really listen, because I don't think y'all are getting it. If you're a black femme in the audience, if you're a black woman, raise your hand if you remember the first time you straightened your hair or you permed your hair. Raise your hand if you remember the reaction that you got the first time that you straightened your hair and you permed your hair. People start to call you grown. Oh, you think you're grown. You're acting grown. You're speaking up for yourself. You're grown. We're constantly told to be silenced. When we speak up, we're told that we're dramatic. We're not respected in our own communities. I'm hella tired. I don't know when we're gonna get it. I pray that we do, but I don't know if we will for a while, because we let our own egos get to us. People still were trying to defend her death, saying that she had a knife in her hand. She had a knife in her hand? Y'all are able to feed mass murderers. This country fetishizes serial killers. It's an aesthetic for y'all. I wrote a poem 2 days ago, before I even knew about what happened. And yeah, I guess I'll be reciting that. One second. As the sun shines bright into my eyes, I realize the vast empty world that we live in. We are so complex as a people, a culture, a whole, one nation, but under what God do your people murder mine? Indivisible, but we are killed under the umbrellas of the so-called pillars of our community. Community ties that have knotted up and strung out to reveal our own community lies. We have birthed this country and lost our parental rights. We birthed this movement and got left astray, stranded, if you will. Black spirits, black souls, black children from black mothers and the strength that they hold, that we hold. We did this shit. We built this shit. We birthed this shit. You will respect us. Give us our flowers while we're here. Because when we're gone, we're gone. We can't come back. That's all I have to say, but listen to the black femmes that have a lot to say about their experience, about themselves, about the realities of this world, because we don't get to turn our phones off. Shit is real life for us. We can't ignore this shit. So next up, Araya will be speaking with y'all.
Hey y'all, my name is Araya. I just want to start off by saying how disappointed I am, how hurt I am, loss of words, honestly. I mean, it's not a surprise. Like, none of this is a surprise to me. I just remember going on Instagram and going on my social medias and just seeing all these names continuously every single day since the trial. I've seen multiple names. And I just feel like y'all don't get it. White people don't get it. Y'all don't get it. This is our reality. This is nothing new to us. It may be new to y'all seeing these videos, but I've been seeing these videos since I've been in 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th grade. I've been seeing these videos. We've all been seeing these videos. Y'all are just now seeing it because y'all are deciding to pay attention now. Y'all have no choice but to pay attention. Y'all have no choice but to listen to us. Y'all need to listen to us because we've been hurting. I remember the first time I got the police called on me, I was in like 3rd grade for playing outside, for being a kid. I was like 9 or 10, 8 or 9 actually, in 3rd grade. That's the first time I got the police called on me. And I remember how scared I felt. I didn't know what was gonna happen. All I know is a white woman was so scared of me playing outside that she called the police on me. I don't think y'all understand. This is normal. I'm just hurt. I'm so hurt. I don't really have much to say except for I'm hurt. And if you care, you're gonna show up. Keep on showing up. Keep on using your voices, for real. Like, just because George got justice, that doesn't mean we stop. We've been fighting. We're going to continue to fight. Because that's the only way that they're gonna hear us. So, thank y'all for coming out here. But really take in these words. Really process these words. Because this shit matters. Our life matters. Should not be holding this vigil right now. I don't want to hold another vigil. I'm tired of my people dying. I'm tired of seeing these videos of us dying. It's like name after name. We don't get a break. We don't get to process the first name. We have to go on to the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm so done.
This is a vigil. Please be respectful and not blame the victim. Thank you.
This beautiful black woman's life that was taken way too soon. I worry that my life is next and that my siblings will be another name on a graphic. We bring candles, our sorrows, and our condolences. Never once has that brought peace. It is a sad thing. Black women are demonized from a young age until we die. And we are told that we are not enough. And then, as soon as we are, we're too much. I wrote a poem a long time ago after I had gotten really, really, really angry, and everyone in my class told me that I was too mad, that
I was too angry. And on my way home, I was thinking, if you all want me to be the bad guy I am supposed to be, then I'll be it. I wrote this. Black women,
But rationalizing why the victim is in the wrong.
hated almost,
Just
going through life, always
if
being
you think
seen as
it,
a
just
villain,
keep it to
never the
yourself.
hero. Her hair was nappy, always got something to say. She's always mad. I feel for her, always being hurt. Her best features being demonized. I hope she's okay. Once, there was a black girl. She changed herself to fit in. She hated the person she changed into, but she still did. She never got mad or showed her emotions because she knew it would happen if she did. One day, someone called her a word, that word. So she got mad. She yelled, and you could see the fire in her eyes. From that day on, people hated her. So she said, if you're gonna hate me, I'll be me, and see if you hate me more. Sadly, they hated her more. They called her name after name. Each time she got mad, she was written as the villain. But she still loved herself. Her hair that goes to the sky and grabs the melanin, hoops that ding her from her ears and make her feel proud of her ancestors. Her skin that glows in the sun like a marigold. Her voice that speaks volume around the room. Her eyes like pools of honey ready to be looked into. Her lips big and full that people pay money to have. Her drive and passion like lightning. Her face shape that echoes that of a goddess. I love black women. I wrote that as a love poem to all black women, because Lord knows we need them. I wrote that in highlighting our best features, no matter what shade we come in or the size. And I've always said that we were demonized. We are always being put as the villain. Even now we hear a story of her being the villain. She had this happen. We make up lies to help ourselves with this story. Black bodies has never been seen as a sacred being. But yet another name that we get to put on a shirt, another name that we get to post on our Instagram story. People think because they say one thing in class or they do one thing that can cover up and erase an entire part of American history. Just because one thing isn't comparable to another doesn't mean one thing isn't bad. And I want to say to all the black femmes here, you're beautiful. I love you so much. And the battle that we fight in this war that we are in with ourselves and other people and what society standards has given us is hypocrisy and stupid. So we mustn't follow and drink the Kool-Aid. I want all the white people in here to reflect on themselves and what they can do better to support black people in their lives and to understand how sacred black bodies are. Because when the police gets called on us for playing at a playground, having friends over, being out too late, being too loud, you and your friends can do all that times 10. I remember my teacher told me the first time he got pulled over, he's a white man, he opened his car door, he walked out, and he greeted the officer, hand first. And the officer gave him a warning that day for the traffic. My friend's mom called the police on me when I was in 4th grade for kidnapping her daughter. Those are the two comparisons on how a black woman is treated and how a white man. We live in two different worlds that are parallel to each other. We don't want to recognize it because it makes us feel bad, makes us feel sad. It hurts our fragility that we live in. But we mustn't do that. We must respect black bodies, understand how sacred they are, respect the ancestors that came before us, talk to our elders with respect, learn and retain as much knowledge as we can, and reflect on how privileged you are and how you can help others. And the last time I spoke, I said, we must love ourselves and love each other before we can have any sort of peace. I think that, in and of itself, is a lesson that many adults, children have yet to learn, and many people need to learn. I want to leave this with a thank you to all the Black women in the crowd and acknowledge that once again. And please put flowers, candles, and make sure you listen with attentive ears and catch a bubble, so don't speak. Listen, understand, reflect. Thank you.
And the first thing that I want to say is that I was 15 once. And when I was 15, I was still doing the same thing I'm doing today, fighting for my life, living in fear of the police. When I saw that video of that girl laying there and I saw her Crocs on the grass, if you know me, you know my favorite shoes are my Crocs. That broke me. I have cousins that will turn 15 at one point in their life. And I have to question every day if they're going to make it. White supremacy has taken too many people from the Black community. It is time to put an end to this, because I'm tired. I'm tired of grieving. I'm tired of feeling this. I was so happy to find out that Derek Chauvin was going to jail. I was so happy. I was crying in tears of joy. And then I ended up mad, sad, feeling the same anger I felt when he murdered George Floyd, because they murdered another young Black female that could have been me. That could have been Mars, Oriah, that could have been Kendall, that could have even been Rage, that could have been any other Black female. It's like we get one step closer just to end up back in square one. I'm tired of saying these names. Why can't I say more names like Michelle Obama? We need more legends. But this oppression is stopping us from making it. As a revolutionary, we have to build ourselves up so that we can make it to the top on our own, without white supremacy, without having to depend on the government for stuff. But we can't do that if we don't come together. If you don't recognize the white supremacy in yourself and your friends, then you don't want to change the problem. Like Michael Jackson said, you gotta start with the man in the mirror, and that's yourself. Start with self-reflection. Think about what bothers you. What do you want to change? What are you passionate about? Because it shouldn't be all on me. I shouldn't constantly have to tell you guys about my trauma and pain for there to be change. I shouldn't have to repeat myself constantly over and over again about how exhausted I am. I should be telling y'all about how joyful I am that we are getting closer and closer to justice. I was so ready to give my speech about how happy I was that Derek Chauvin was going to jail and how happy I was. 420 is a new holiday for me. But now, no, I'm standing here having to mourn over a 15-year-old. That could have been me. That could have been any other Black person here. Please just reflect on yourself, and please just think how you can change the world. Even if it might not be nothing to you, it could be the biggest thing in the world to somebody else. Just please get out there, help somebody. Anybody. And if you're helping somebody and it's really bad, don't call the cops. There's enough mutual aid for everybody. There's so much mutual aid. There's so many more answers other than the cops. If we stop calling them, if they stop responding to calls, they don't get paid. They don't get paid, they're eventually gonna have to start firing them. Burning all these buildings, breaking windows, that takes away money from them, but that's not doing enough. Breaking a window does not make my voice heard. But no, actually not saying something and using my community to solve my problems instead of having to depend on the government says a lot. Coming together says a lot. Like I said, I'm tired of repeating myself when I have to say these names. So please just do what you can to keep going, keep fighting for Black liberation, keep coming out. And please don't pick and choose what events you want to go to. I understand that people are busy and I understand that COVID is a thing, but we need numbers at every single event, because the more impact we have, like the more people we have, the more of an impact we make, the more voices are being heard. The more people we have to listen, the more voices are being heard, the more messages are being spread. So I have so much on my mind and I don't know what to say, because I've said so much, so many times. I don't know how many times you guys have heard the same message, but I keep constantly having to remind everybody that this is still an ongoing problem, and it's not the end. I hate to say it, but it's really not. They are targeting our young kids, our young ones. These are babies. They haven't even got to experience life. I'm still a baby. I'm so grateful to be alive right now. I am more scared to die at the hands of a cop than I am scared to die any other way. And do you know how horrible that feels when I have to see a cop all around the city patrolling the streets of Portland like us protesting is wrong? It's not. There's no problem with us protesting and expressing our voice, because we're tired. That's all I'm gonna say for now, but thank you all for being here. Thank you for listening, and please continue to fight for Black liberation.
Thank you for being here, Amy. I'm gonna share this out really quick. Give me 2